So you got the DLC and you're playing as Cheryl Mason, but you have no clue how to utilize her perks to their full extent? Well, don't worry, you've come to the right place, broski. I'm going to tell you exactly what these perks do and how you can get the most out of them. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Blexfer. I make Dead by Daylight videos. Be sure to check out my content, and if you find this video helpful, then please leave a like and a comment down below. I really appreciate it so much, man. Alright then, enough talking. Let's go. So the first perk that I want to talk about is Soul God. Now, in my opinion, I think this is one of the strongest perks of this character. I'll show you why. So what it does is, after being healed or having recovered from the dying state, you will gain endurance status effect for like 4 seconds if the perk is in tier 1, 6 seconds if the perk is in tier 2, and 8 seconds if the perk is in tier 3. Now during this time, if you take a hit, then you will resist its damage and instead you get a deep wound status effect. Then you have like 20 seconds to heal yourself, mend yourself. Now during this time, the killer can see you in a white aura. Alright, so he will know that you are in a deep wound status effect. And if you take any damage while affected by deep wounds, or if the timer ends, you are immediately put into the dying state. Now you may ask, but broski, endurance status effect only lasts for a maximum of 8 seconds. And most of the times, killer won't really be around there when you are being healed. So doesn't that make this perk useless? Yeah, that is a good question. But that is not why this perk is the strongest. It is strongest because of this one line. While cursed by a hex, you can fully recover from the dying state. Hell yeah, broski, that's the main deal here. I'll explain you what it is. When there is a hex totem lying around in the map and you are affected by it, then you can recover fully from the dying state as many times as you want until someone breaks down the hex totem. Well, this basically means that you will have unlimited unbreakable. And broski, believe me, for every 8 out of 10 games that I play, I don't see people going for cleansing totems right off the bat. They will always be busy with either rushing the gens or being chased or going for this unhooked job, you know. So there's always gonna be totems lying around for this perk to activate, and the killers in the highest ranks always carry at least one hex totem. I see them do that, at least one hex totem. It could be ruin, it could be devour, it can be anything. And the killers in the lowest ranks, they always carry no ed. No matter what, they do carry no ed. I've seen each one of them who knows what a no ed is do that. So there's always gonna be at least one perk lying around in the map for this one to activate. And people who are really in love with Unbreakable will fall in love with Soul God. Alright then, moving on to the next perk. It is Blood Pact. What it does is, it connects you with the obsession and allows you and the obsession to see each other's auras when either one of you is injured. And also, when you heal the obsession, or if the obsession heals you, you both will gain the haste status effect. That means your speed will increase by 7% for 6 seconds if the perk is in tier 1, 8 seconds if the perk is in tier 2, and 10 seconds if the perk is in tier 3. Although it reduces your chances of being the obsession, if you still somehow end up becoming one, then this perk will deactivate, making it completely useless. Now, to make use of this perk to its full extent, you're gonna need a friend, and your friend need to be the obsession. And if you can communicate with that friend, then you can keep the killer busy by looping him around, dropping some pallets, wasting his time, so your teammates can complete the objectives in time. So it basically depends on your playstyle. If you are a super toxic survivor, then you know what I'm talking about. You can, along with your along with your two friends, you can make the most of this perk, broski. Let's talk about the last perk on the list. We have Repressed Alliance. When you work on generators for a total of 80 seconds, if the perk is in tier 1, 70 seconds if the perk is in tier 2, or 60 seconds if the perk is in tier 3, then this perk activates. While this perk is activated, you will have the ability to call upon the entity to block the generator that you are working on for 30 seconds, and then this perk deactivates. The generator will be revealed by a white aura to all the survivors, so they will know that you blocked that generator. So to understand how you can use this perk to its full extent, you need to understand about all the regression techniques that the killers bring into the game. And this perk is especially most useful when you have only like 2 gens left, or if you are stuck in a 3 gen situation, then you can rely on this perk the most. So these were only a few examples that I gave you for each one of these perks, but with time people will come up with insane strategies and utilize these perks to their full extent, make the most out of them. But what I think is, if you use these perks wisely, they can make you super toxic as well. So people who are super toxic, they're gonna find these perks really fun to play with. Alright boys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I also hope that you learned a new thing in this video. And if you think that at any point I was wrong or I misguided you, then please feel free to go in the comment section and correct me. Bro, I'm also a human. I do mistakes sometimes. It happens with everybody. And also, if you find this video helpful, then share it with your friends. Let them know how they can make the most out of these perks, so you all can make a lobby and then go play against a killer. Be toxic against him, hell yeah. No, don't be toxic, be super toxic, hell yeah bro. That's how we should treat the killers, man. That's right. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm gonna go eat something. I'm super hungry right now. See ya later. Blexfer out.